hello again, everybody. Welcome to another edition of People and Places. I'm the publisher of the Vegas Voice, Dan Roberts, and our goal at People and Places are to have the great people, the interesting seniors that have made Las Vegas the greatest city in the world. Unfortunately, I don't have that this week. I'm here with my friend, the entertainment editor of the Vegas Voice, Evan Davis. Evan, welcome to this segment.
Thank you, Dan.
That was great. Anyway, we have a whole bunch of questions for Evan, but unfortunately, we're never going to get to the end of them. So I'll just start with the easy ones, and we'll let Evan laugh as I answer them for you. Evan, let's start with the easiest one.
Okay. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm just having so much fun. It's really been a pleasure being here with you today, and it's a lot of fun, really, folks. I'm enjoying myself, as you can see. And let's go on. What do you want to know?
No, we're done. Okay, no. Why don't we start with the easiest question?
Okay.
How long have you been the entertainment editor of the Vegas Voice?
Let me check with the publisher of the Vegas Voice, who got me started. Dan, how long have I been with it?
The answer is really too long, but you know what? I've checked because I knew you wouldn't know, and we have been doing this, or you've been doing it for over 3 years already.
Oh, it's been longer than that.
Oh, see, so you know
Yeah,
more than I do.
it's been longer than that.
It just seems that fast.
Yeah, no, it's been probably 5 years.
And
I think it's been about 5 years.
I happen to think you're right, but I'm trying to hurry this thing along, so you never know.
I won't go through every year, but okay.
You know what? I mean, one of the interesting things, and I give Evan a lot of credit for it, is that he really built up the entertainment part of the Vegas Voice, not only with his articles, but with the entertainment shows that we've done. And the interesting thing, if I understand your background, you really had no history of entertainment until you came to Las Vegas.
Not really, although years ago I was a drummer, way back in high school. But I never was involved in entertainment other than enjoying music and trying to go out and find some of the music wherever I lived or wherever I was vacationing. We always found some kind of music and entertainment. And when I got here, it's a long story, but someone got me involved and it just snowballed into where I am now, wherever that may be. But a lot of it has to do with the performers here. Vegas has a family of performers that are people who really care about their craft. They help each other. They're very supportive. And because of that, it's made it easier for me to be able to help promote and put shows on because of their talents.
You know, and when you say back home, where was your original home?
New York originally, then I was in Cincinnati for 10 years, and down in South Florida for 20 years before I moved here about 12 years ago.
12 years ago.
Yeah.
When you put a show together, I say to you, Evan, let's do a show at Sun City McDonald Ranch or another Sun City location. What do you look for?
Well, the first thing I do is I try to think of some theme that I want to do, some show, whether it be a variety show, whether it be just a show with a piano player and some guy doing some songs, but I also want a theme. And then once I figure out what kind of theme I want, I try to figure out who best may suit that. And then I go out and I propose it to whoever the performer is, and I tell him what I'm looking for, if he can do that, tell him what the budget is. And after I get that set up, I try to get the sound guy arranged, so make sure we have an available sound guy to work that show. And then I pretty much leave the entertainment portion in the hands of the performer. If I would say to you, hey, put on a show, here's the budget, here's the type of show I want, just clear with me what you're doing, step by step sort of, who you're going to have in the show, if anyone, whatever it may be. And then I let you just run with it and do what you need to do to make it your show.
And, one of the things that I ask everybody who gets on this program is it work or do you enjoy it?
Well, if I didn't enjoy it, I wouldn't be doing it, of
Right.
course, because it's not something that has made me a fortune by any means.
That's correct, and
yes.
it's going to stay that way.
Yes,
Yes,
right. So I basically do it for the enjoyment of it. I really do.
And how did you even get started in this? Again, you said you were a drummer back when you were a kid. You're not a kid anymore, neither am I. But Meanwhile, now you're putting on shows in front of 500, 1,000, 1,500 from the Spirit of 45 to just a
was-
show at Sun City McDonald Ranch.
That was amazing. I mean, it was just mind-boggling, and I loved it.
Yeah.
But it all started when I started to come out here to visit a friend and a relative, and I liked it out here. And I would then bring my wife out every 3 or 4 months. We'd come out, and we had a realtor here who would show us around. I don't know if I can name names or not.
No.
But okay.
Keep on going.
Okay. And so she would take us around, and she was involved in entertainment also. So she would take us to all the venues whenever we were here in town. Every night we'd go somewhere else. And once we finally pulled the trigger and moved here, she was taking us out every night, 5, 6 nights a week. I got to meet a lot of people. A lot of people started to ask me if I can help promote their shows by sending out a flyer or whatever it may be to a couple of hundred people I may have had on an email list, which now is up to about 2,500 people. And then I got so many requests that I had to put a calendar together. And I put a calendar together, put a website together. I had people sent out one email, so they'd all come and maybe just check that link to go to my blog at that time. Because if you send out more than 1 or 2 emails a week, they're all going to be just deleting it.
Yep.
So I did that. Had a calendar put together. I got a lot of requests from performers if I can put them in the calendar and list them in the calendar, and it just started to snowball and snowball. And I did some shows before. Pre-Vegas Voice, I was doing some shows with some local restaurants that I would hang out at. They knew that I knew a lot of performers, asked if I could bring people in to help drum up business, and so I started doing some of those shows. And then, of course, the Vegas Voice came to me and said, "Hey, we'd love for you to be a writer for entertainment in our with a newspaper at that time."
Right.
And I said, "How much does it pay?" And you told me.
And it's still the same rate.
It's still the same,
Correct.
zero.
Yeah. Yep.
So I said, I'm not a writer. I love what I'm doing now. I don't need to do this. Thank you very much, Dan. And so that was that. Then about a month later, it came back to me. And one of your other writers had put all this together.
Right.
No names, of course. And you said, but I got a better deal for you now.
I doubled the rate.
Doubled my
Doubled the
price,
rate.
doubled my
Right.
rate. And you'll be our entertainment editor, and you can help produce, or you can produce all our shows, entertainment shows. And I said, now that sounds interesting. I said, sure. And that's how that started. And then after about, I'd say probably after about 6 months or so, you realize that I brought in good quality entertainment, and you no longer looked over my shoulder. And like you said now, you tell me, hey, we're going to do a show on X amount, whatever day it may be. Here's the budget. Do it. And I do it. You have no idea what it is till you get there.
And even then, even then, here's the thing. You now, besides having a so-called professional relationship with these people, do you like them? I mean, do you enjoy their company?
Oh, of course I do.
Even when they're not singing and they're not dancing. They're
Oh,
not
of
telling
course
jokes.
I do. I socialize with some of them, not all of them. But I don't know, I still feel like I'm somewhat of an outcast because I'm not a performer and I'm not in that inner circle. I'm sort of on the fringes of that circle. But I appreciate how they treat me and how and I just love working with them and trying to help as many of them out to get work.
I mean, because they're really great people, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
They are.
I know.
Anyway, speaking of great people, Evan's not one of them, but he's very close to it. And I thank you for being here. Now you can leave. And this is Dan Roberts for People and Places, and we'll see you again soon.